Right, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rocha, Kwadash, and double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, alright, and peace and blessings to the elect. Alright, this is a one from the Great Millstone camp here in Trinidad. Come to do our next lesson through the Spirit and power Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And basically, the topic is this Bible, all right. This is the greatest threat right now to the so-called white man empire, to the so-called white man kingdom. All right, the Holy Scriptures, and the Holy Scriptures not the way how Christians in these churches teach it, but the Holy Scriptures according to the way how the Most High intended it to be taught is the most dangerous thing to the so-called white man kingdom or his empire or his setup, the real life he set up, because contained in the scriptures read the correct way is only truth. Alright, but what these Christians intend to do is to make the Most High a liar by saying that he loves everybody and saying that it's written in the Bible that God said to love everybody and all them kind of thing. The scriptures never in no way declared it. But that is what they just say. Now, I want to get some scriptures and show that these so-called the white man is terrified, alright? And this is the greatest threat, the Bible. Now, they don't show it, alright? But when these inwardly, alright, I want to look up some here. Idea now come to my mind. Alright, but it come to my mind before the I did the lesson, but it come back again, so yeah. Terrified. Alright, I'm gonna look up terrified white people. Alright. Let me see if I get some pic images on them. Yeah. Alright. Although they might pass. Let me see if I get a picture on that. On a so-called white man face where he's looking in absolute terror, alright, at something, alright. Well, hey, I ain't getting nothing right now, apparently. But their faces, they go be, they don't show it outwardly, but inwardly, these Edomites are fucking scared to death of the things that we saying right now. The things that we saying right now, the Rothschilds all the way down. Because they know it's true, they are scared to death. Alright? They're terrified. They don't know what to do. They're like, how to stop it? Can't stop it. You can't stop it. Alright? It reached to the pinnacle and it gone overtake you and overthrow you. This is the only thing terrifying the so-called white man. The things that the Hebrew Israelites are saying. Alright? But mainly Great Millstone. Great Millstone is the heavy hitters. Beginning with the apostles. Them is the heavy hitters and the high rollers. In the truth. But you have other groups. Alright? Who not on that Great Millstone. That, hey, the majority of we say the same thing. That the so-called white man is this one going into slavery. And that is Esau yo, these so-called white people terrified, like if within their mind, like if what I'm saying is true. You know why too? Because they know what they do in the past, and they're like, yeah, boy, they're like because hey, what they did us in the past always used to weigh in the back of the head, like maybe so one of these days, all these things that we do in these Negroes will come back, and they're seeing it coming back. So now they're terrified, and we reading it out of the scriptures now. So that even making them more terrified, alright? Because this is the only way this so-called white man is going to go down. And he know that. These elites, they know that. So this 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Now what is the reason why you have to reveal? The word reveal means pull back the veil. What is the reason why you have to pull back the veil? Alright? From the wicked, because he hid in himself and he built up his empire on blood, lies, sweat, tears, and witchcraft and sorcery. Alright? But one of the main thing he uses lies, like homosexuality. That is a lie. A big lie. To be a homosexual is a lie. To be a lesbian is a lie. Alright? To be anything other than what Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai say in the scriptures is the right way to be is a lie the so-called white man telling you. And he built up his empire on lies. Lies. Alright? So the only thing that could reveal it is the truth. Okay? The only thing that could reveal, he himself lied about his own identity, saying he's a white man, saying he's a Caucasian. Alright? He's a Edomite. He's the wicked the scriptures talk about. But he covered that up. So now we had to pull back the veil, okay? With the truth. Is only the truth could reveal a lie. Shed light on the lies and bring out the truth. And that is what we're doing. And in bringing out the truth, is having these Edomites and these other nations scared. They're shaking in the boots. Although they mightn't show we, they might pass we. Alright, these other nations might pass we in the preaching. And they mightn't show how fucking terrified they is, but they are terrified. They're terrified. Alright? So he says, whom the Lord, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume. Let me look up the meaning of that word consume. Okay? Consume, it comes from the Greek analisko. Analisko. It means to expend, to consume, spend money, to consume, use up, destroy. The Most High is going to destroy you. Alright? I look to see if it's going any further, but alright? Most High is going to destroy you, to use you up. In the example of spend money, meaning spend all your money. You have nothing else. And that is what going to go on with you Edomites. You won't be no more. The scriptures talk about that. Alright? Obadiah 18. Okay? So it says, to destroy. And the Most High is destroying you. Breaking it down. Breaking down all the false philosophies of you so-called white people that you perpetrated and you put on the planet, and you deceived the minds of the people, alright, by telling them that a man laying with our next man is truth. Okay? And telling so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives that is okay, alright, if you sell drugs, or it's okay if you kill your own brother for naught. Okay? Ultimately, that's what you're telling them, because you're not telling them that if they do that, it have consequences, and telling them the truth. Nobody give them a gun and lie to them. Lies you perpetrate. Lies you build up your whole empire on lies. So the Most High is going to destroy you. And here's how He's going to destroy you. I read it over, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume, destroy, it going to destroy, alright, the son of perdition, alright, with the spirit of his mouth. And who is the spirit of the Most High mouth? Alright, the prophets, beginning with the apostles all the way down. And this is what is destroying the so-called white man with the philosophies, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Now, I'm going into Revelation, alright? Okay? Destroying with the brightness of his coming is when Yahushua returns with the mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God, and that obey not the gospel of the Lord Yahushua. Alright? 2 Thessalonians, which is one of my favorite scriptures, chapter 1, okay? Verse 9 all the way down. Right? Verse 8 all the way down, if I'm mistaken. Now, the reason why we had to pull back the veil, alright, on the Edomites, is because this was going on. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 8. Now, for 1,000 years, these Edomites was up into the Caucasus Mountains over there in Georgia, Russia. Alright? Living like cave beasts. Okay? They don't even know how to talk for 1,000-year period. Okay? This is when Satan was bound for 1,000 years. And this is we're going to read, what I'm going to read here is when Satan come out of prison for the 1,000 years. It says, I'll read from verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, okay, this is going into the Renaissance period. Christopher Columbus coming over to the so-called New World, alright, and setting up the empire known as, known today, the beast system, which was formed in the 49 and 57 respectively. 49 NATO was formed, 57, 58 the European Union was formed. But even before that, alright, way before that, Christopher Columbus and all the 13 colonies and all of that, and America was formed, and Great Britain and Europe, okay, and then through that, these Edomites go all over the world, bullying people, taking all their lands for the past 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 100 years, alright. Almost 600 years, 1492 to, well, right, we could say almost 600, almost, right, yeah, 500 and some years, right? I don't do the maths on it, but anyhow, so for that period of time, you was loosed out of your prison, Satan, you so-called white people, okay, come back into power, and this is what he went and do, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth. And that is the first thing he started to do, started to lie. Iconoclasm. Okay? Iconoclasm is the form of the facing of images. When it started to destroy images. Because all over Europe, Israelites put up images of themselves ruling all over Europe. And you Edomites come and destroy the images and put yourself as them. Hence the reason, fulfilling the scripture, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof in Job 9:24. It says Gog and Magog, alright, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And ultimately, all our lies you're told going on lead up to this World War III. All the lies. Because you establish the empire not by peace but by bloodshed and lies. So that is what you going to lead up to. Okay? That deception, you deceived this nation, you deceived that nation, you set this nation against that nation, set them to war. Alright? All that deception and lies. Okay? So that is why we had to come back and pull back the veil. Hence the reason, whilst we doing that, we are breaking down your empire and your kingdom inwardly. And then because we mashing up all them lies and sorcery and witchcraft you did to deceive these nations. And then now we have a shy, alright, going and come and physically take your ass down. Okay? Look at Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. Alright? It says, on their dead bodies. Whose dead bodies? The Israelites' dead bodies. Alright? When we was over here, alright, for that period of time after slavery. Okay? Don't know ourselves. While we going through slavery, we just over here like lost souls, dead, because the scripture says in Proverbs 21 verse 16, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead, and the congregation of the dead, alright, is not knowing who he is, alright, calling yourself black, calling yourself Islam, you're calling yourself a Muslim, you're calling yourself a Christian, alright, a Catholic, a Baptist. All of them things is remaining in the congregation, is being in the congregation of the dead. Because in Yahweh's life, alright? So this isn't talking about literally physical dead bodies, but spiritually dead people. The valley of dry bones, okay? Shall line the street of the great city with spiritually is called. You see, spiritually. So they were spiritually dead also. It's called Sodom and Egypt, which is over there in America, and even here in Trinidad, and over there in Jamaica, and over there in Barbados, and over there in England, alright, wherever Jake is, before we had this truth, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies there, their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and going into what? 1620 to 1970, when Abba Bivens came on the scene in 1970, telling the Negroes, the Latinos, and Native Americans that they are Hebrew Israelites. They are Jacob's sons and daughters. Okay? 1620 to 1970 is 350 years. And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And 1620 was when the bulk of slaves, 1619, 1620 was the bulk of slaves coming from the western part of Africa over here into the western hemisphere, known as America and the Caribbean islands and whatnot, to serve slavery. Okay? It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them. So now when we fall and they had us, alright, selling us all over the place, separating with families, they were fucking happy. Why? Because they had the most high jewels and they're doing them what they want. They're making money off of us. That's what the scriptures say in Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5. It says, whose possessors slay them, alright, and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Okay? That is why. Because all you was getting money off of we ass, so all you fucking rejoice. Okay? All you was making money off of we. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them. Was happy. These are the nations. When we fell. Because now, alright, we could get something over them and make merry. Let me look up the meaning of that word merry. Look up the meaning of the word merry. Make merry. Euphorino. So like, I will play it.
Strong's G 2165. Euphrino.
Yeah.
Euphrino.
Right? It says to gladden, make joyful, to be glad, to be merry, to rejoice in, be delighted with that thing. And what was that thing that was delighted in? We have the Israelites as we slaves. Oh gosh, but yes. Okay? Hey, this links up with Joel, the 3rd chapter. Alright? So there was joyous, and shall send gifts one to another. Joel 3 say, and you have sold a boy for harlot, or sold a girl for wine, and given a boy for a harlot. Alright? Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood up on their feet. And you could read about that in the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, okay, where it says what? It says that the Lord, alright, the valley of dry bones, and we was dry, and then we get back, we breath, and we sinews, and we flesh, all them things come upon me. This is the time period it took. Alright? And great fear fell upon them, and great fear, alright, fell upon them which saw them. These are the nations. Now they can't rejoice no more. Why they can't rejoice no more? They're not rejoicing right now. It have a song in the ears that them fucking wake back up, boy. Them wake back up, boy. Because Esau have no power once we up, you know. See, once we sleeping, yeah, you have power. Alright, you have power. That was scripture I have, boy. Look at here. Job 15, verse 20. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, alright, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. The oppressor don't care how much fucking years you are here, you under oppression. That hidden to he. Alright? He don't care. It says a dreadful sound is in his ears. Woo! Hey, like we preaching outside here. You see when we outside here preaching, it's a dreadful song. He's like, whoa, yo, no, I never hear such rawness yet. What? My God, I think when Paul the apostle, a dreadful song is in his ears. In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. Alright? I read over that, boy. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days. Who is that wicked man, boy? He's Edomites. Alright? And the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears. Alright? That is when we rise up on our feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. And I believe, alright, if I'm mistaken, when the apostle Paul, okay, let me see if I find that. Just bear with me a little bit. Right. Acts 24:24, right? Okay, alright. And it says, we'll read from 23. And he commanded his centurion to keep Paul. and to let him have liberty, and that he should forbid none of his acquaintance to minister or come unto him. And after certain days, when Felix came with his wife Drusilla, which was a Jewess, he sent for Paul and heard him concerning the faith in Yahushua. And as he reasoned of righteousness, temperance, and judgment to come, Felix trembled and answered, Go thy way, for this time, when I have a convenient season, I will call for thee. Alright, so when Paul bring out the word to Felix, Felix within himself trembled. Hold on.